at the Circo Maximus in Rome. We'll go on a little walk. And today we're going to the Colosseum, so I'll take you on little adventures as and when. Stay tuned. So this is the Circo Maximus, and 2,000 years ago this used to be a racetrack. The racetrack used to run along the outside, and 60,000 people would sit where about the path is, watching the chariot and race. That looks like at one time it could have been an old stables where the chariots kind of park their horses. And now we're just seeing if we can get in now to have a little walk around. Actually, it could have been more than 60,000 people, it could have been 100,000 people. So it's actually, in its peak, it was 300,000 people it could hold, which is 3 times the amount of Wembley. Interesting little fact now. We are on the racetrack. This is where the chariots would have raced, and then the spectators would have watched and cheered. Might have had bets. Fountain, and then opposite is the Basilica, where there's the mouth of truth, Bocca di Verità, which is like my name, Verity, means truth. And I will post a picture of the picture I had there. Up ahead, where the chariot is, that is Piazza Venezia. And we are on our way to the Roman Forum, the Roman Forum. We've arrived at the Forum. We're on Capitoline Hill, and we finally arrived. The entrance is down there somewhere, but we're just viewing it from up here. Apparently there is a toilet in there, because we do need to locate a toilet as well. But here we are, thousands of years old. Let's look at some ancient ruins. Good views of the Roman Forum. Hopefully when we get down there there'll be little signs telling us what each point is, and then I can feed back. So this is the Arch of Titus, erected in 81 AD for the deified emperor. It's a simplified model of an arch with a single fornix framed by a pair of semi-columns and 3/4 columns on the inner and outer corners. And look at the detail on it. Bless you. Milarium Arium This little temple monument, and it was erected 20 BC by Augustus. Rome wasn't built in a day. Temple of Antonio and Faustina. Inside the Roman Forum. We are on top of the world, well, at Palatine Hill, looking down onto the Roman Forum. We're very high up, no good for people who don't like heights. And now you can see the Colosseum.
See the little white temple building there?
Yeah.
You see the back of it? That was the building where Julius Caesar was laid to rest. For the Romans.
That little white temple building now with the people that are queuing up. That's where Julius Caesar was laid to rest. I took some pictures in there that I'll post onto this as well so you can see inside.
Got the Colosseum in the background.
Yep, Colosseum in the background. This is Julius Caesar's resting place. And we are outside the Colosseum. Going to go around to the front of it. The Colosseum. Inside this Colosseum. This was the underground of it. There's a floor.
Las posiciones del base estaban en la había una zona debajo construida.
This is the gladiators' entrance into the arena.
When you get to the top of the stairs, you go there. Yeah, you just wait for me there.
This is where the gladiators came in to the arena, which we are standing in now. This is the arena. And up there is the attic. Our ticket doesn't involve the attic. And those little cages is where the lions would have came out. So we've managed to sneak up to the attic, and I'll give you a little tour. Oh, there's a tram.
No to jest do mój sweter jeszcze, jak chcesz.
Yeah. At the attic,
Yeah. Yep. We like it. And
looking down
we're
onto the
celebrating
arena
our,
in the
it was our
underground.
25th wedding anniversary.
So the senator would have been sitting probably these little boxes where those little wooden planks are. That's the emperor, and then the senators would be sitting on these marble blocks just here, watching the gladiators come out of the gate and walking into the arena. And then the sections are tiered, so the rich people, the more money you had, the lower down, closer to the arena floor you got to sit. And those poor people would have been sitting up further, looking down. Slightly different angle of the Colosseum and the arena. Zoom out a little bit. This is the Spanish Steps, and we've arrived at Piazza di Spagna. So let's go up the steps. Bustling full of lots of people. We're at the Spanish Steps. What do you think of the Spanish Steps?
There's a lot of them, a lot more people if you turn round.
Let's go up the steps then, shall we?
Dobra, tam schody!
Nearly there.
Pokazać ci schody?
gone inside the church. I'm gonna turn it off now. The view from the basilica, looking down to the Spanish Steps. There's the Egyptian needle. This is the ugly boat. Right by the Spanish Steps. So we walked from the Spanish Steps about 20 minutes, 18 minutes exactly, to the Fountain of Neptune at the Piazza Nuovo. We've got a lovely little fountain with a lion's head and a palm tree and the basilica in the background with a needle. It's a nice little piazza. We're in the Vatican, St. Peter's Church. Scenes are just stunning. So we're on our way to the top of the dome, and so far it's a slope, but is there stairs? Yes, there's a lift. Go up here first. We're on top of the world. We made it to the top of the dome on the bell tower, and now we're looking down onto St. Peter's Square of the Vatican. You can see where we were. We were there round by the domes, the 4 little domes, and now we're all the way up here. We are inside the dome on the inner levels, looking down and up. We're inside the dome, looking up and looking down at the inner levels. There's a service going on. Not allowed selfie sticks or tripod, little Osmo tripod handheld things inside. These beautiful mosaics. Someone's done them all by hand. The detail on it. Or Sharon. Inside the basilica. But if I took it, I think I remember. Basilica of Pietro. St. Peter. The tomb of St. Peter's up ahead.
Von meiner eigenen Sorte.
We've gone down into the crypt where all the popes and cardinals are buried. This one is 700-year-old pope. Lays to rest in there. Tomb of Pope. Got St. Peter is down here as well.
The staircase, yeah.
Yes, the staircase with the lamps.
The tomb of St. Peter.
So the altar.
St. Peter Square. Needle. Fountain. And this is the queue to get in, which starts all the way there, and it goes all the way here, and it's still going. So if you're going to come, book ahead, book your tickets online, otherwise you're going to be stuck in the queue for probably about half a day, if not longer. So book ahead, plan ahead. Top tip from Rome. So now we're going to Castel Sant'Angelo, which is the castle you can see right there. Turn around, look at this nice little fountain, and you can see St. Peter's in the background. We're inside the castle. Continue me to the tour. Now we found out from the audio guide that the walls, it was all lined with marble. So what you're seeing there, the bare brick, was once all marble. And it looks like we're coming to an opening just through here. maybe. And obviously the fire extinguisher was not about back in the day. Let's go through to the next room. Oh, what's down here? Don't know. Not going to tread on it. So this was the passage leading up to a reconstruction of the guard room, and then going up to a bridge. Remembering this would all be marble, all of that. Yeah, this was the guard room. So this is what it looked like. The mausoleum is in the middle and they built the fort around it. This is 17th century armour owned by the Barberini family, and there's a metro station called Barberini, so they must have been quite influential and powerful to have a station named after them years later. Inside of the castle, a nice little well there. Let's have a look at the well. Oh, you can't. But it's still quite cute anyway. Okay, so here you've got a restaurant serving drinks and food, nice little seating areas. If you're lucky enough to get one. With some stunning views of St. Peter's. The bar, an alcoholic beverage, a beer, cocktail. I'm not going to have a drink. Some stairs back down to the square. This is audio guide number 10. The Grand Logia. So I'm going to read this. So this was the entrance into Hadrian's private apartments, and the paintings on the ceiling depicted like images from his life. We're now going inside the house. Very grand with the gold leaf. So this is the room where the Pope entertained his guests, which is why it's got to be so lavish to show the dominance of the Roman Church, which is what I just read from the sign, just so you know. So when I said who is this guy was the architect who told the painters how he wanted this room designed and what paintings would be and where and what it said. And in the middle there is Hadrian. We're up on Angels Terrace with stunning views. There's the secret passage that runs from this castle down to the Vatican. That's a separate tour. So I'm in the Argo di Tura Argentine, which is the place where Julius Caesar was assassinated. This was Temple A. And just behind those columns there, those pillars, and near that tree, was apparently the place where he was assassinated. You might be able to see it from the other side of the road, but you can't see it from inside the exhibition. So this is a map of what it would have looked like back then, and it's believed that Julius Caesar was murdered just behind Temple C, and that's what it would have looked like then. And then I'll take you to where it is now. Temple C, who's believed just to be assassinated behind the temple, that's in front of the tree. And this is the area. So it is, we're at the place where Julius Caesar now was assassinated. You can see we're behind the pillows. And it was within this region here that you're looking at.
Men jag tror det var väldigt så här magiskt när man ska stå i mitten liksom. Det är liksom symmetriskt och... Men då man satt...
Here we are directly behind it. Would have been somewhere here. At the Trevi Fountain. Yeah. Pay for €2, get the tickets online, but you can, there's a box office to the right, to the right of the Trevi, you can buy them on the door, €2.